All right, I have R open. Let's open up our data. So I will go through this slowly, and I think, let me see if I can, I will make my script as big as I can so that we can see what's happening. I am going to start with, as I always do, this line. So if you are not familiar with that line or you have forgotten what it does, this function rm, I dump into that function right here a parameter called list that I want deleted from the R workspace. And when I set that equal to the function ls, which returns me the list of everything that is open, this essentially removes everything from my R workspace so that I'm not inheriting from some earlier session of R. I'm starting with a white canvas, and that's what I want, and that's good. I then need to open up the packages that I'm going to use. So in this case, I type library raster. I can highlight all of that, and on a Mac, I'm holding down Command and hitting Enter, and it will take these lines and send them over here. I think on a Windows, as I mentioned before, I think it's Control and the letter R. Hold down Control and hit the letter R, and that sends it over. So now we need to open up our data. Anything that happens after the hashtag is ignored by R. So here I am opening my data. There we go. I have three pieces of data that I need to open up. The raster data, which I'm going to call the raster, is a multi-band stack. So the command is stack. And inside the parentheses and inside quotation marks, I am just going to drag the virtualstack.vrt file that I created in Cube. There we go. It's a bit wide, but there we go. Okay, so when I run that, you can see over here it has opened that data up. Now this isn't necessary, but since I have opened it, one of the first things I always like to try to do is take a look at it. So in this case, I'm just going to hit plot the raster. And it is going to draw out each of the 9 data sets that I have. Now unfortunately, these are named, the names did not carry over. And I want the name. I don't want to just know that it was band 1, band 2, band 3, band 4, etc. So I want the name to carry over. So I'm going to create a thing that I'm just going to call the names. That is going to be, let's see, I have forgotten what they were. Forgot the order that they were in. Elevation, heat, rough. So aspect, elevation, heat, roughness, ruggedness, slope, the topographic index, vegetation, and water. So I've created that thing called the names, and then I'm going to set the names of the raster to names, and then incorrect number of names. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, the names. And then I will plot this again. And so we have aspect, that looks right, elevation, heat, roughness, ruggedness, slope, topographic index, vegetation, and water. So I now have all of my raster data open. I need to then open up the 2 shape files. So I'm going to call the one gorillas, and the command for opening that is shapefile. I just need to come back over here to my original data, and I'm going to drag the gorillas.shp file over to there, and I'm going to call this nope. So this is where gorillas are not, and the command again is shapefile, and again I'm going to come over to the one here called no gorillas.shp and drag that over. So I should be able to highlight both of those. And just to make sure that everything is open correctly, I'm going to say let's plot the raster elevation. that is there. And then on top of that, I'm going to plot gorillas, add equals true, color equals red. Oh, quotation marks, red. So there are all of my locations where, yes, there are gorillas. And to make sure that my nope did not open up also, I'm also going to plot nope, add equals true. And if I don't provide a color, it will just be in black. So there are my locations where there are no gorillas. Okay, so that is how I have opened up my data in R.